Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Law Simplified by Tiruthi. So, today's video is about everything basically about the LLM course in VIT University. So, as you know, that I am a master's student in IPR, LLM in IPR. So, today I'll be talking about how many courses are there and what are all offered in VIT regarding the LLM course. So, as you can see that this is the website of VIT Chennai. So we go in academics. Here we can see what are the programs that is being offered in VIT. So they offer a lot of programs. This we are seeing basically programs offered in 24 to 25. So if you can see, there are three LLM courses here. Now, for masters, VIT basically offers three courses, which is corporate law, intellectual property law, and international law and development. So these are the three courses, and this is for 1 year. So the LLM is for 1 year here. There is no 2 years LLM. There is only 1 year LLM in VIT. And as you know that there are certain core subjects and certain electives. You have dissertation and normal internal exams and your final exams. Now, if you want to know more about, so you go to admissions. Here you can go to the postgraduate, and here you can see the courses. So we want course of law, School of Law. So VIT School of Law, it's known as WITSOL. So here is LLM Corporate Law, International Law and Development, and Intellectual Property Law. Everything is given in this website if you properly, go through and understand. Here, the even the fee structure would be given. Like for example, if we say intellectual property law, so here total fees is 1 lakh, and the caution deposit is 2,000, so it is 1 lakh 2,000. They have increased the price when I gave my admission, and which is basically 2024 of July. Then it was 87,000, so it has been increased now to 1 lakh 2,000. So there are these three things. Okay, now if you need to know more about it, so you can we can click on it. Okay, so first we can see, for example, intellectual property law. So see, here is a basically proper syllabus of it. So we can know as to what the credit courses. So here, see, if you see, there are 26 credits for the minimum number for qualifying degree. Okay. Now there are university core, and program elective. There are four compulsory course, which is research methods, comparative public law, law and justice, and dissertation. So my first semester is completed. So I have my core subjects in my compulsory courses. These two things are done, which is research method and comparative public law. In my second semester, I have law and justice and dissertation. So these are my compulsory course. And here is law of copyright, patent, trademark, emerging form, then international intellectual property law and policy, which is optional, and then intellectual property and biodiversity protection, that is also optional. Then IPR litigation and valuation, optional. Patent drafting, optional. So I had taken IPR litigation and patent drafting and specification, because if you see, this patent drafting is very important, and not a lot of law schools teach these patent drafting and specification writing. So in my first semester, I have completed law of copyright, law of patent, and IPR litigation. In my second semester, I have a law of trademark, this IP emerging form, and patent drafting. So these are the things that this is basically the syllabus. Okay, now if you ask me about how to apply for all these things, so you can see this is a it's given here that you can register for LSAT also, right? For the LSAT exam and all. See, when basically I gave the exam, so mine was a entrance exam, normal, uh, you know law subjects were there, and GK and basic knowledge of law were asked. It was an MCQ online exam. So I gave that, and then I had a telephonic, not telephonic, it was an online video calling interview. So I was asked questions on the basics of intellectual property law, and basically why I chose VIT and why not any other organization, and why specifically IPR and not any other. And then they asked me some basic knowledge about IPR. So you have to be thorough with your basics, right? See, because I don't see, obviously nobody will expect you to know everything, right? But if you are going for a master, so obviously you have cleared your 5 years or 3 years LLB, so you would know at least some basics of IPR or whichever field that you are going. If you're going for corporate, you would know some basics of corporate law. So that is important. So that is was asked for my this thing. See, so if you go on the apply now, you can go on this LLM degree programs. Um, Okay, and this is properly they have talked about your eligibility is you should have a 55% marks in your BA or like 3 years, 5 years, whatever. And this is so this was the exam that I gave, which was AIAT. Okay, now this is All India Admission Test. So here, see the syllabus is also given here. You have proficiency in English, general knowledge, analytical reasoning, aptitude, objective, compulsory all law subjects, and then interview. Interview will focus on 20%, and yes, these are 40% and 40%. So, see, as a master student, you are expected to have some publications. See, I was a very like in COVID, no, I was very free, so I thought I should do something. So I started publishing and I started writing and all. So I have good amount of publications. So if you have publications, it's good. If you don't have, that's also okay. But your like they will focus on your, if you have work experience, prior work experience, or if you have publications, so they will focus on that in the interview. But your first step is to clear your exam. So this is the entrance exam that they have. But see, it's written that if you don't want to give that exam and you have priorly given any exam like PG CLAT, ALIT, or the Delhi University LLM entrance test, you can submit your scores for that, and that will be considered as your exam. If there is like I didn't give CLAT or any other exam, so for that I had to give AIAT, so I gave that. So if you have priorly given CLAT, ALIT, or any Delhi University LLM entrance test, something like that, then you can just submit your scores. That will be enough. So these are the uh, syllabus. Okay, for people who are asking me for the syllabus and all, this is it. So you can just see here whatever is given and prepare basics only. It's not like a very it's not like you're giving judiciary or something. And see, obviously if you have done 5 years of LLB, we would know the basics of LLB and the basics of intellectual property or international or corporate law. So I think that would be enough. So that is there. So these are the stuff. Now here you can even go on this brochure and curriculum and know about it. So that is it. And I would just tell you that VIT college is a very nice university. You can definitely uh, it's a very big brand to get your LLM degree done. It's a good thing, but it has certain restrictions, so you have to follow a lot of restrictions because it's in Chennai. And there are a little thinking wise, Chennai is different from various other places. So there are restrictions and stuff. And you also have your hostel accommodation here. So I live in girls hostel, and I previously also there was this video that I shared on YouTube on my room tour, so you can check how a girls hostel is. My room is 2 bedroom, so that is I showed you my room tour, so you can even check that. But there are even boys hostel here, so if anybody wants to live in the boys hostel and stuff, so you can try for that. But the hostel cost is more costly than the normal admission cost. So my admission cost was, my hostel was expensive than that, because the food here is very expensive, because they provide good food. So It's not like any other college, where there is dal is like that, all watery and stuff. So it's not like that. So the cost is, that's why, much higher here. You also have a lot of other facilities, you normal thing that every colleges have. You have a library, 24/7 library, wi-fi, and gym, everything you have here. Okay. And it's a very big campus, it's a very big campus. So when I joined it, at my first day, I was like, oh my god, okay, I might even get lost in this. But it is a very good place to study. So I think anybody who wants to uh, come for LLM, they can definitely come in VIT. And this is not a sponsored video, nobody is paying me. So I'm just telling you by my own experience that I am here, and I felt it's a very good place for studying masters. So yes, guys, and if you want to have any more insights or any more questions, do ping me on the comment section, I'll let you know. And if there is any other area in which you want me to make video on, I'll definitely do that. So do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And for more for more insights, click on the bell icon to get notified. Thank you. That's all for today.